Hey everyone, this is Karen, and this is our 18th mini mindful moment, how to handle angry or scary people. This is a really good topic. The last one I did that was sort of related to this got a lot of interest. So I wanted to come at it from a little different way this time. I'm going to go ahead and share with you the introduction slides that I have for this so that you can get some background before we go into the mini mindful moment, the actual, mindfulness part of this. And I'm actually pulling up the event on my phone so that I can see slides that I have for this. Excellent. Okay. So let me share. Is that the one I want? Here we go. Let's do this one. Okay, excellent. So, again, the topic for today is how to handle angry or scary people. So, I am Karen, an executive coach and business consultant, and I focus on leadership, culture, strategy with my corporate clients, business clients, and with my IMX approach. I guide leaders at all levels of an organization, and I consider leaders to exist everywhere within an organization. I guide people to discover their inner genius and to wield what I think of as healthy power. And that's really up to you. Like how does powerful feel good to you? As a result, my clients gain confidence in the value that they're creating. They create new opportunities, earn more, and are able to navigate complex and demanding situations while creating agile work environments where everyone can win. So, one of the ways that I do this with people is that I use mindfulness practices to develop leadership, emotional, and communication skills with my clients. So, I'm just again looking at the event. Thank you for everyone who's here. It's great to see people here. People end up angry and scary at work because things have degenerated from I think of it as like a warmth and care and generosity that characterizes genuinely healthy relationships. So we've usually devolved away from that. And when it comes to organizational and also family systems, dysfunctional behavior almost always is a reflection of unresolved, unconscious issues. And I think of this as I work with people, I think of it as jammed up energy that's trying to move to create health. And you can think of this as the root cause of the issue of angry and scary people. It's like, and there's stuff for you and there's stuff for them that's jammed up energy, that's unconscious issues that is creating this situation. So the solution is to help energy move in healthier ways, of course, starting with yourself. That's always the approach that we use with IMX. Is like, because that's what you can control is you. So as we move into our topic here, and actually, let me see where we're at. Oh yeah, this was actually the slide I wanted to share with the energy being jammed up. Was this one? So as we move into our topic, I'd really love to know, for those of you who are live, where are you from? Where are you at? I live in Durham, North Carolina. Where are you showing up from? And then also, as I go through this information, if you could post any questions that you have as they come up, and I'll do my best to address your questions as I go through this background content and information, and anything I can't get to while I go through the introduction, I will address at the end if there are any questions. Okay. So there are two ways at least. And I chose to just narrow this down so I didn't focus on all the many ways we can do this, but I want to focus on two today, two ways that we can make unresolved unconscious issues worse And that's especially when we're trying to handle angry or scary people. And that's to see them as a threat, or seeing them as a problem to be fixed. Hey, Michelle from Albany, New York. Yay. And she's in Durham today. Great to see you here. Thank you for showing up, Michelle. Um, so I covered seeing people as a threat in Mini Mindful Moment 15 and 16. So if you could, if you want to go back and look at how to shift out of that threat reaction in yourself, go to see those Mini Mindful Moments. So, seeing people as a problem to be fixed happens because of our habit of approaching work from predominantly or primarily mechanistic and rational ways. I think of it as like, okay, we're all up here in our heads. And this is where we start to see each other as objects to be used to get things done instead of seeing each other as beautiful human beings who care, like actually really connecting with people instead of treating each other as objects. So when we push things forward, trying to fix a problem, what happens is we do this with work topics, but then we try to do this with each other when we move into this habit of action, trying to make something happen because we're concerned, rightly so, right? Because we want to have something change with the situation. And we're taking action because it keeps fear at bay. And it's this sort of this forward driven movement that we get into. But this doesn't help us handle the angry or scary person. Like imagine somebody coming at you, handling you as a scary or angry person, like this image here. It's like, no, that's not the way to do it. So when we push things forward, when we try to fix the problem of an interpersonal challenge, we make things work worse because we're missing the one thing that can get the jammed energy of the situation moving. And that's like the faces you see here on this slide. That's the genuine, caring human connection that's needed to move energy. So emotions are energy in motion. And just if we could just remember that emotions are not bad. Are emotions scary? Yes, they are, but they move really important energy. And when we start seeing extreme emotions, that means that these emotions have been unable to move or flow. But the genuine care that's needed to help the energy of emotions move in healthy ways often isn't possible. Well, it's not possible when we've unconsciously slipped into the habit of not allowing ourselves to feel or care because that's the only way we can survive working in predominantly mechanistic and rational environments or in uncaring environments because feeling actually hurts too much. And so we don't care to cope. Like just let yourself as you're listening to this think about the ways that you've allowed this to happen to you because we've all done it. I've done it. But what ends up happening when we go that way is we end up trapped in communication that is transactional, that lacks warmth and care. And then eventually it lacks trust, unless we're perfectly following the rules and we don't rock the boat in any way. Like the only way this kind of interaction works is if we're not dealing with change or challenge and that's really not going to work, especially going forward. Um, so we think we're moving fast and efficiently when we get like this pushing, driving, but we're actually creating, I think of it as a backwash of churn and confusion and emotional carnage in our wake that makes things worse. And then, and then we wonder why people seem to be less resilient and have mental health issues as our basic need. Like this is a basic need for us to have connection, genuine, caring, human to human connection it's unmet over time. And so our resilience withers away. So when we are in inevitable change, you'll end up without the trust and the emotional resilience needed to learn and improve, like with this pattern of suppression. So you end up dealing with when you end up dealing with intensity and inflexibility, like angry people who are scary, acting like they're trapped because they feel like they're trapped. Like this is what ends up happening is like we act like we're trapped because we actually feel like we are. But that awareness is unconscious and unresolved. So everything kind of looks scary with these big feelings. So, the way to handle angry and scary people is by showing up, starting with each one of us. Like, I show up, you show up in genuine, caring, human to human connection with empathy. Like, I see you feeling what you're feeling. And I felt something like that as well. That's true empathy while also recognizing the context within which you, yourself, and the person you're handling are trying to function. So, we as senior leaders in a business, it's important for us to create environments where caring human to human connection is not only possible, but the norm. But this requires seeing people as human beings not as cogs in the wheels of production as liabilities or as liabilities on the balance sheet, like the way we do accounting contributes to this. It also requires being able to access more than just your rational self. So this is the IMX compass that you're seeing now, and this shows how with the compass we're accessing all of these intelligences, mental, spiritual, which I think of as perceptual, emotional, and physical intelligences. So using the compass and going through the mindfulness practices the way we are, we're accessing these different intelligences. So handling angry and scary people requires us as leaders to cultivate environments that consistently make space for what is unconscious and unresolved to surface so that new energy and learning can flow through, and this includes emotions, through genuine, caring human to human connection. So, an example of this is one of my longtime clients. She's moved on, an HR business partner. She was frustrated and angry about her work situation. She kept being thwarted in her really good efforts to offer improvements. And she came to me with a solution that her husband had suggested. And what her husband said was, you need to stop caring so much. And my response to that was, hell no. As soon as we stop caring, we lose connection with our power and our agency and the energy needed to create something better in our lives. So this client went on to leave this work situation because it really wasn't receptive to her ideas. And she moved to another better, but not great. It was better corporate role that she used as a stepping stone to eventually start her own coaching business. And now she's crushing it as a coach, offering game changing workshops and coaching, high impact work it was kind of like I think of it as being on low simmer in her previous role that she's now successfully offering to the world with passionate care. So the I'm going to come back to this is a picture of my garden. And as a leader, you have the opportunity to unleash the potential of the people that you work with. And you can be threatened by angry and scary people, or you can engage with them in ways that invites what's unconscious and unresolved into awareness via this genuine, caring, human to human connection that allows stuck energy to move. And you can learn to do this by being in genuine, caring connection with yourself and your feelings. So, the more comfortable you are with your own emotions and unconscious territories, the better you can handle the intensity of others. That's normal. Like, this is normal human stuff. So, I want to just revisit the compass with the seasons. It's based on the rhythm of the seasons, which we can all relate to. And there's, again, emotion, intelligence associated with each direction. And then genuine, caring human connection and empathy falls within the south direction of the compass, where we develop our emotional intelligence by tapping into our own personal emotional energy, potential, and flow states. And as we do that in the south, we're tapping into energy that will fuel our operations in the west, which is what is coming up in a couple of weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and move into our mindfulness practice now. And I will just pull away the slides and invite you to get comfortable. You can move around if you'd like. Close your eyes. Some of my clients end up lying on the floor. If you want to do that, go ahead. And let yourself feel the rhythm of your breath. Being conscious of the in and out of your breathing. Letting your breath happen naturally and normally. And pay attention to what's here now within you. What's here now in your experience of this moment? So maybe what sounds do you hear? So you're hearing my voice. Maybe there's people and activity around you. Just notice that and then how it feels inside of you as you maybe hear that bird nearby chirping or whatever it is that you can hear, sounds that you're noticing. Bring your attention to the sounds that are here now and how you feel inside when you hear them. Now go ahead and bring your attention to your body sensations, like maybe your feet resting on the floor, you sitting in a chair, lying on the ground, maybe the sensation of air on your skin. So bring your attention now to the sensations that are here and now and how you feel inside of you. Noticing these sensations. And see if you're willing to actually be with what's here. The sounds. I'm hearing the sound of my computer. Sensations. What you're feeling on your skin and inside of you. And as best you can, let yourself be with the experience in this moment that's here. Now using your feelings as a way to focus your attention. What feeling state is here now for you? You can use 5 core feelings to check in on: sadness, fear, anger, joy, creative energy. Just notice if you feel any of these to guide what's going on for you. And if there is a scary, angry person that you're dealing with, let yourself go to your anger. So your feelings could be really subtle, they could be moderate, they could be strong. And let yourself pick one feeling now. And notice where that feeling is in your body. If you could locate the feeling in your body, where are you feeling it? So anger for me, for example, often shows up in my belly. My stomach gets upset when I'm angry. Oh, yeah, and just mentioning that I can feel. So just see where you might be feeling you're feeling in your body. It could be like a heavy feeling, it could feel crampy, knotted. Just notice it and feel what might be moving here. And rest your attention on the sensation that is arising, that has a feeling or emotional quality to it. So as I'm noticing anger, stomach, I'm actually, for me, I'm noticing some nauseousness. What might you be noticing? Can you just allow that sensation to be here and move? So there's no need to change it or make it go away or resist or fix it. We don't need to do any of that. We just allow it to be while you are resting gentle, accepting attention on it, being in genuine, caring connection with yourself and your emotions. So as you keep resting your attention on it, you might feel it shift and move. It might get bigger, it could get smaller, it could go away. It's interesting to see what happens. It's like being on an adventure here, just noticing. All you're doing is allowing yourself to feel the feeling in your body and welcome it. Learning to trust yourself as the feeling sensations move. So make sure your attention is still with this feeling and where it is in your body. Or maybe it's moved around in your body. Just let your attention move with what's happening. It would be very, very normal for your cognitive mind, the cognitive rational part of you to want to try and fix the feeling. Or maybe you might feel shame for having this feeling. Notice if you're making having this feeling bad. And it would also be super normal at this point to find yourself replaying a situation in your mind, a conversation or something that you think is the cause of this feeling. They caused you to feel this way, right? Just know it's that the feeling is inside of you. This is yours. Let it happen. Let yourself feel as you can and simply bring your attention back to your body and the sensations in your body as you get up in your head. Just come back down into your body. So instead of making the feeling or the situation or the person that's involved that's causing the feeling bad or wrong, you're allowing your nervous system and your body to learn from what's here. You're learning first. And this isn't a rational kind of learning. This is an intuitive, emotional learning. So we're bringing our awareness to your feelings, the sensations, and simply noticing, like watching a movie, but actually being in the movie too. If there's any tension you might be feeling anywhere in your body right now, notice that. Just breathe into it and relax. The more you relax as you're noticing, this allows the energy to move. And as you do this, you're discovering what is authentic and real about you, your emotions, and more. Like what's deeply important to you. And if any of this ever feels like too much, I think of this as tapping out. Just stop, respect your limits, set a boundary. This process needs to be done gently over time. Let yourself rest and recover and come back when it feels right. If need be, just keep easing into this. So I'm checking the time. I'm going to have us go ahead and do another round of this with a same or different feeling. So we're practicing. We're going to go through this again. So, what feeling state is present for you here and now? So, sadness might be where you feel melancholy, blue, maybe just kind of flat, low energy, nostalgic. Anger, let's go and I'm highlighting that one here today. So that would be, you might feel irritation or frustration, agitation, fear, anxiety. We're going a little deeper here. Maybe you're feeling joy, and that might feel like peace, equanimity, happiness, delight, bliss. We can travel those waves too. Or maybe you're feeling some creative vibration here, which might feel like tingling, aliveness, effervescence. Maybe some sexual, like turn on feelings, like you're feeling some kind of feel good here. So again, the feelings that you're feeling might be subtle, mild or subtle or strong. It's all good. Pick one feeling and go ahead and give it a name. I've given anger the name Lava Girl for me, for example. That's an example. Lava Girl's very powerful. I like her a lot, this part of me. So pick one feeling, give it a name, and notice where that feeling is in your body again. Your throat, chest, belly, back, jaw. Well, you often hold emotions, lower back, jaw, shoulders. Now shift from your mind and feeling label, like shift from lava girl to a direct experience of feeling that feeling in your body. Let yourself go with it. Rest your attention on the sensations in and on your body. So, how willing are you to welcome what's here? Allow it to be here and do what it wants to do. Let it move. So, bring your awareness to the sensation. Lava Girl's being kind of quiet today. She's feeling well expressed recently. So, experiencing what you're experiencing, watching it, we're doing multiple things here, like looking at it and experiencing it, moving, growing, going away. Let yourself be aware of the body sensations. Thank you for the other comments that are coming through. And let yourself breathe. Notice your breath and relax your body anywhere you might be feeling tension. Now, if this sensation could make a sound, what would that sound be? Like Lava Girl? She erupts. She sounds like a volcano. So it's not about saying the words or describing the sensation. It's about knowing what sound would match your emotion and letting that sound move with your emotion. This is a way to facilitate the moving of these emotions. So if you're in a place right now, which you may not, you may be, where you can't make a sound, that's fine. Do this after the practice, the mindfulness practice. Right now, you can imagine making that sound. It could be a growl, a moan, a scream, a wail, a happy sound if it's joy. Whatever sound matches your feeling. So come back into noticing the sensation in your body, welcoming as you can, just allowing the sensations to move in and on your body. So the practice here is to give the feeling a name. Locate, like Lava Girl, locate the sensations of the feeling in your body, like, oh, belly clenching, and breathe and welcome the feeling as best you can. And this could be painful or big, right? Like this could feel really intense. So then rest loving kindness, attention on the sensations you're feeling. Welcome them and match those sensations with a sound that allows the energy to move. So the feeling will often unwind and go away, although that is not the goal. We're not trying to make anything happen here. The sensation may move to another part of your body, it may grow. If it's a feeling you've been repressing, it's going to have some intensity, and know that that's okay. It's normal, and welcome that as you can. Sounding and even moving your body. So you might want to take this into some dance, running, swimming. It can help this unwind and make space for energy, the energy of your emotions, then to be available in useful ways, informing you. Like Lava Girl has some really specific ideas about what I personally need, but also what needs to be happening in the world. She's very wise, that part of me. So as you go, we're coming out of the practice now. As we go, you go through your day after this practice, I want you to notice whatever core feelings you are experiencing: sadness, fear, anger, joy, creativity, and let the energy move as you can, depending on the context and situation you're in. This is how we can learn how to navigate complex work dynamics without losing our own emotional balance. So, by letting our emotions move, your emotions move, you're learning to let those flow. You can maintain an equilibrium and balance. You can maintain your center. So, as you experience more and more of your feelings and let your energy flow, you'll learn to trust yourself and others and create resilient work environments, home environments where everything's not okay just because we're tamping it all down, but we're riding the waves of what's here. And you will have empathy and understanding with others because you've been there yourself. So this is how we learn to handle angry and scary people, by welcoming what is angry and scary and more within yourself. Michael Bowden, thank you so much for being here. All right. I'm going to move into Q&A now if there's any other questions. I think I got to the questions that came through that I saw. Popped them in as they came through. All right. So I will wrap us up. I would love it if you're listening to the recording of this and you enjoyed this, you found it useful, please like the recording. We have all of these on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. And if you have questions after this, of course, add those to the comment section, either on LinkedIn or YouTube. I'm happy to respond to those. And thank you so much for being here and participating. Those of you who are live, those of you who are watching afterwards, this is great. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Take care.